Hi, everybody. My name is Angelique, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. Please stop what you're doing and click like on this video. If you like spiritual videos, chosen one videos, narcissism, a little sprinkle of zodiac videos, then this is a channel for you. Please subscribe. Please click like on this video and stay a while. You will not regret it. Thank you to Essence who donated for this video and she gave me the topic idea. She wants to know about twin flames, soulmates, I guess my opinion on it. And I'm just going to talk about my experience. And I'm going to add a little karmic in there as well, karmic relationships, because I've had that experience basically. Um, if you have donation topics, video topics, you can donate. If you want to support my channel, you can donate. If you need a phone session booking, you need help starting your healing journey or your spiritual journey, you need more information on chosen ones, you need more information on narcissism, then I am your favorite spiritual life coach that you will be booking with. All that information is in my description bar or in the comment section. If you don't see it, comment at me and I will reply back to you as soon as I see it. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's about it. Let's get into it. So, I believe in twin flames, soulmates, karmic relationships? I do. Unfortunately, I have had more karmic relationships. So, to me, a karmic relationship is like you had past life energy or you have lessons that you need to learn and you've learned those karmic lessons with these individuals, with these particular lovers. So like say if you and this person were from a past life and y'all had beef, you did them wrong or they did you wrong, and then in this life, y'all have to finish out whatever y'all need to finish out. So it's a karmic relationship, or you did them wrong in that past life, so now in this life, they're getting their revenge on you, or y'all have lessons that y'all need to learn together in this life. I've had tons of karmic relationships, or I just made bad choices and it ended up being a karmic relationship, and I needed to learn that lesson over and over again. Like I've been in narcissistic relationships, and I feel like narcissists are karmics and they teach you a lot. And I learned a lot from karmic relationships when I think about it, how to love myself, what I don't want in a man, um, boundaries, things I don't like sexually, disrespect, standing up for myself, and other personal things that I had to break, like in generational curses. I figured out why I kept attracting these particular men, and I attracted a lot of men, a lot of karmics who reminded me of my father and who reminded me of my stepfather. So I learned how to detach and that I needed to heal because these men did these particular things to me. So that's what I have learned from karmics. And yes, it's painful, it's annoying having to go through karmics over and over again. And you're like, damn, where is my soulmate, right? So I I can't say that I've had a soulmate. And I believe that a soulmate can be a friend, can be a lover, can be your parent, so to say. But romantically, I don't believe I've ever had a soulmate, so to say. There is this one particular person that came back into my life recently, and I guess you can say we're seeing each other again. I think he's the closest thing to a soulmate. Like, I feel like we were friends or like maybe relatives in another life. I feel very familiar to him, and it's very hard for us to let each other go. And I used to, at first, I thought like maybe he's a karmic, because why do we keep going like a year will go by, we don't speak, we didn't get into argument, and then we'll link back up, and that's like something that happens between you and a karmic. Y'all will be dealing, but there's usually a lot of drama. Me and this guy, it's not drama. but it's just like there's always somebody there. Like either I was dating someone and loved someone, or he was in a relationship. It's always like this third party situation with this me and this guy. But I say like he has soulmate energy because we agree on like everything. It's very rare that me and him disagree. Um, we finish each other's sentences, that type of energy where it's just like, how are we so much alike? That type of thing. We usually know what each other's thinking. Um, and that's the closest I'll say I feel like soulmate energy. But me personally, I think the only like soulmate I can really feel was like my mom. My mom felt like a soulmate. Yes, your parent can be your soulmate, a friend can be a soulmate, a relative can be a soulmate. It's just someone that your soul resonates with. But it's, to me, it's almost like another part of you too. You know, I feel like with my mother, we would like telepathically speak to each other. You know, we would just give each other a look, and it's almost like we knew exactly what we were saying and thinking. It was very scary. We were just, I felt like a piece of her soul was in me. And I know a lot of people feel that way about their parents. So yes, romantically, only this guy. He's a Cancer, by the way. Only this guy, and we were friends for 8 long years before we even explored anything romantically. Now, twin flame energy. Some people said to me, "Oh, I don't think this guy was your twin flame, but I feel he is my twin flame." So, twin flame energy is basically same soul, two bodies. So, y'all both came to this planet, y'all the same soul, two bodies. And so in 2017, 2018, I was working at this crappy job, and I met this guy at work. We worked in two different departments, and I didn't see him. Before I even like noticed him, he I only saw him maybe once or twice, and I didn't pay attention to him because he looked extremely young to me. Um, I thought he was like maybe like 18, 19. That's how young he looked. And I wasn't looking at an 18 or 19-year-old, but I still acknowledged that he was a good looking guy, pretty much. And I found out later on that he was 24. And at the time, I was 34. Okay. So, still very young. I do like younger men, but not 10 years younger. All right. I like them like maybe 5 years younger, you know. But anyway, um, I went to go hang out with some girls who worked at the job, and they worked in another department, but they took on to me. And while we were hanging out, they were like, they were talking about like the men at work. And keep in mind, at this job, there wasn't a lot of black people. And I love black men, you know? I don't normally date outside of my race. It's either like, Afro Latino or black. No, nothing against other races. It's just, that's just my preference. So they were like, I was like, there's no like good looking black men at work. And they're like, yes, it is. It's this guy. And I was like, who the heck is that? And they showed me a photo of him. And I was like, oh, he is cute. That's cool. Shortly like after looking at his photo, it was very weird. It was like I felt like I knew him, but I didn't tell anybody at the table. I didn't tell anyone at work. I didn't tell any of my friends. It was just weird. It was just like I never fully looked at him before, but I felt like I knew him. It was very scary, and I was just like I had this eager, like this feeling to talk to him. So but we had different schedules. I worked in the evening, he worked, so like when I would be coming into work, he would be leaving work, basically. So I was just like, I'm never gonna see this guy. But one day somebody couldn't work the morning shift. So they asked me to come into work at like, I don't know, it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And I came in and I saw him. He came to my department to pick something up, and I was like, I something in me was like, you gotta talk to this guy because you're not gonna see him again. Like you're not gonna have the same schedule. So I mustered it up. I, mustered up some courage, and I was like, "Hey, I haven't seen you around. Like, I thought you quit." And he was like, "Nah, I didn't quit. I just got a lot going on, so I took off some, weeks of like work." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I saw him again later on that day before he was gonna clock out, and I said to him like, "Hey, do you have Instagram?" And he was like, "Yeah, give me your phone." So we exchanged Instagram, and we started talking in a DM immediately. And it was almost like I knew him. It was very scary. So we're 10 years apart. His mother died of cancer. My mother died of cancer. He's the black sheep in his family. I'm the black sheep in my family. And it was like a mirror. Like he was a mirror. He was even like a mirror of like my insecurities. Very scary. He's a fire sign. I'm a fire sign. And things happen really fast, super duper fast. I felt like I knew things about him that he didn't have to tell me. We were finishing each other's sentences. He knew exactly what I was going to say next. Like, for example, I was like, I didn't know if he was into like astrology and things like that. So I had said to him, um, I was like, oh, when's your birthday? He was like, oh, my I'm Aries sun. He told me his moon. He told me his rising. I was like, how did you know I was gonna mention that? He was just like, I know. I already know the deal. And he gave me the information like immediately. Um like he always knew what I was thinking and talking. I was always able to feel his energy. Like even before we slept together, I was able to feel his energy. Now let's talk about when you sleep with your twin flame. Sleeping with him, I always say, was like synchronizing swimming. Like I went this way, he went this way. He went this way, I went this way. It was almost like he knew what I liked. I knew what he liked. It was intense, it was passionate, and it was weird. It was weird, right? Um he was going through a lot. Like his father was really sick. And I feel like he just, there's usually like the runner and the chaser. I would be considered the chaser and he would be considered the runner. So I'm talking like maybe 6 months, like we burnt out. 6 months we burnt out, and he apologized to me. He was just like, it's not you, I'm going through a lot and I can't do this and blah 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 blah. But it was weird because he still kept watching me through social media. And like 2018, 2019 came, even 2020 we still spoke. And then around 2020 it was when like we just stopped speaking like completely. And it's weird because you're gonna feel like if you're the chaser and they're the runner, you're gonna feel like they hate you. It's this weird love hate energy thing. And I've asked him so many times like, what did I do to you? What did I do to you? And it's just like, is this past life energy? It feels like he loves me but hates me at the same time. Like, even when we would be at work, if I'm going like up the escalator, he's going down the escalator, he would be looking at me and he'll have this look on his face like, I freaking hate her, but I love her. Like, she's so beautiful. Like, that's the way he would look at me. It was very weird. There was like no abuse, like, there were no arguments between him and I. And if he like did get upset or like expressed like his emotions, he would immediately be like, look, I'm so sorry. Like he would apologize immediately. He would try to fix it, where other men would just like ghost me for days, like never try to communicate and stuff like that. But yeah, it's this weird love hate energy with the twin flame, and it's just strange. There was a lot of moments where if he was at my house, he would see something and be like, I had that same thing. Or I would see something on him and be like, I had that same shirt. Like we would have the same clothing sometimes. Like I was brushing my teeth and he was like, that's the same toothbrush I have. Like it was like stupid, like synchronicities and similarities and things like that. Um, he felt like home. That's another thing. He felt like home. It was strange. I also took like his opinion very seriously. So, because it's like yourself, you're looking at a mirror you're looking in a mirror at yourself with them. And he exposed like things I needed to heal. And when you part from your twin flame, you're going to feel different. Like, I feel like after we parted, he wasn't the same after me, and I was definitely not the same after him. You know, of course, like people found out about us, like our close friends or whatever the case is. I do not care. There's no shame that he was 24 and I was 34. Like, I don't give a damn what anybody thinks because I know there's going to be people in these comments. I spoke about him before on my channel and someone called me a pedophile, and I was just like, okay, whatever. You're grown. 24, 34, you're grown, okay? Um, have I ever dated anybody younger than me before? No. Okay, not to that, not 10 years, you know. So yeah, no regrets. I learned a lot from him in that 6 months, and you know we stayed in touch. Oddly, I thought like the cord was broken, but in 2021, I started to feel him very, very heavy. This particular month in 2021, and I had this urge. Something kept saying, reach out to him, reach out to him. And I'm like, I don't want to reach out to him because like this dude hates me. I reached out to him on a Friday. I was just like, hey, I don't have his number. He doesn't have my number. So I had to go to I had to find him on Instagram. So I DM'd him. He didn't respond to me until Sunday. And I was like, hey, what's going on? And he's a very depressive person. So he was like, how he was sad. And I was just like, oh, you know, cheer up, don't be sad. And he was just like, oh, the reason why I didn't answer you on Friday was because my dad died and his funeral was on Friday. So you, even if you're apart from your twin flame, you are going to feel their happiness. You are going to feel their sadness. Sometimes I look at my views and I catch them like looking at my stories on Instagram. So they will always be checking on you. Yes, they feel you, you know, but don't chase them. Do not chase them. A lot of people are lucky to end up with their twin flame. I'm not with my twin flame. I do not think that him and I will ever be together. I'm thankful for the lessons that I've learned from him about what I want from love and what I want from a man, you know, what I'm willing to tolerate and what I'm not willing to tolerate, and even like personal things that I needed to heal from. Like, he exposed it. Like, he got me to act up. Let's put it that way. He got me to feel some kind of way that most men couldn't. And I still love him. There's men that I've known for years and I don't love them. But I knew this guy, and like immediately it's like you love your twin flame, you love them because it's like you're loving yourself. Yeah, it's a sad story, but it's still a beautiful story because you meet these individuals and they change your life. Do I think I have a soulmate out there? Do I think everyone has a soulmate? I think you can have many soulmates. You can have many soulmates. And maybe everyone doesn't get a soulmate in this lifetime, I don't think. Maybe you are your own soulmate. Everyone's different. Some people, you know, they meet their high school love, or they're, you know, I don't know, the first man or woman they lose their virginity to and they get married and they get lucky, you know? Or maybe you're somebody who has a lot of karma, or you have a lot of lessons to learn and you end up having a lot of karmics. Um, like myself, you know, maybe you do have a twin flame. But sometimes you have to be very careful because a lot of these people, um, that you meet can end up feeling like they're your twin flame or end up feeling like they're your soulmate, and they're not. Sometimes they're just narcissists or they're just karmics. And you have to be very careful because you have to think about it. Like, I think it's a little bit more peaceful with soulmates, where with twin flames is like turbulence. Karmics, straight up confusion, drama, crying, heartache, third party situations. It's a lot. That's karmics. You're gonna know when you're with a karmic, all right? I don't want you to get obsessed with finding your twin flame, finding your soulmate. Find your damn self, okay? Because the truth is this: the way you love yourself, the things you heal from, the generational curses that you break, that is what's going to steer you into that direction. And, even though I'm almost 40 and I'm not in love with anybody, I've loved many people, but I'm not in love with anybody but myself. The way I love myself is going to navigate who I end up with, you know? So that is my advice. Don't get obsessed with twin flame, soulmate, all these labels, all these positions in life, because the person that maybe isn't your soulmate or maybe isn't your twin flame might be the best person for you or for you at the moment. Okay. Like, self love is going to save you every time. It's going to navigate how you manifest, how you attract, how you feel about yourself, how you think about yourself, what you think you deserve. That is what's going to attract that partner. Whether you want to label them and say, oh, he's my soulmate or she's my soulmate, that's your business. So I'm not obsessed with this whole twin flame soulmate karmic thing. Um, I kind of flow with it, but at the same time, I get cock blocked anyway. So a lot of us are spiritually protected by God, by our angels, by our spiritual team, basically, that certain men can't even get close to me. They can't even get my phone number. Not because I may not want to give it to them. It's just that God don't play about me. All right. So a lot of us, you think like you're really into someone, but they're not meant for you. Okay. And you're going to be protected. Don't chase men. Don't chase women. Okay. Don't chase anybody, guys. Let love flow, but use spiritual discernment, because there's a lot of vultures out here. There's a lot of people pretending to be your soulmate. I had a narc best friend years ago that always said that we were soulmates, that we were soul friends. I mean, he was gay, but he even got me an engraved necklace that said had our names on it. It was a heart. It was white gold, and it said soul friends. Like, be careful, all right? People will feed into this thing, because into this um soulmate idea, because they know that that's what you want, that's what you desire. Love yourself, and that will manifest. Whatever you're thinking is going to manifest in your love life. And because I had a lot of daddy issues, daddy trauma, I like to call it, not daddy issues, because the fathers were the issue. Okay, I wasn't the issue. When you have a lot of daddy trauma or mother wounds that you need to heal from, you're always going to be searching for love that you didn't get in your parents and your lovers. And it sounds sick, but that's how it goes down, right? There's a lot of men out there who like me, not because they're attracted to me, but because they see, damn, my mother wasn't like her. I wish that she was my mommy. It sounds creepy, but a lot of people are like that. And you got to watch out for those people too. So I had a lot of, mother wounds, father wounds that I had to heal from in order for me not to settle. And there was times I didn't want a commitment either. So a lot of you, it's not that you don't want a relationship, you don't want to find love, you don't want to be loved, right? A lot of you fear it because of what your parents did to you and you didn't heal yet. So it's not that you're scared of commitment, so you prefer to be like the side chick or the side dude, and mess with married men or married women. So not everybody that does that is like, oh, they're just a hoe. A lot of them are running from commitment, running from love, because they feel that they don't have a twin flame, they don't have a soulmate. So do your healing work, guys, and what you feel in your heart and your mind is what you're going to accept, okay? It's sad, I watch these women that I am cool with, and it's like, why are you letting him treat you like that? It's very sad. But how you feel about yourself and how you love yourself, you love on the level of your self esteem. Always remember that, guys. And I hope all of you have soulmates, and I hope y'all are finishing out your cycle of karmics. I hope I'm done because I am tired. And another thing I've also did, I quickly want to say is that I avoided dating because I got tired of meeting karmics. Like, don't avoid it. Just go through it, get through it so you can get to your soulmate or you can get to your twin flame, whatever you're trying to manifest. Okay, guys? Love is beautiful. Love is healing. Sex is beautiful. Sex is healing. But just pick the right partners, because choosing the wrong partners can ruin your life. It can get you unalive too. All right, guys, have an amazing weekend. If you want to see more videos from me, longer videos, support me, donate, and book a phone session. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.